Marauders, some would call them the most fun battleships Eve ever had in a very long time. Others would call them the biggest annoyance ever, because everyone has them. They are everywhere and your little 5-man cruiser fleet is simply gonna disappear whenever you meet one. But every problem has a solution to it. And I think I found a valid solution to this problem, so let's take a look at it in this video. But playing alone in Eve sucks, so if you want to take part in an awesome community, fly fun ships, make some dank isk and have genuinely a good time, with constantly people around you to hang out with. So come and join Suspect today and fight under the banner of our great supreme leader, me. So come and join our Discord today. Anyway, on with the video. Hey guys, it's me, I41. Today I'm here with a theory crafting video where I make things up and you tell me if it is a good idea or not. And if it is a good idea, we go ahead and do it together. At least that is how I hope it will go. And today I want to find a solution to the Marauder menace. And I think I found a relatively cheap one. Obviously, you could try alphaing them with tornadoes, artillery tempests and so on. But that gets pretty expensive, requires a lot of people, and the moment you get under critical mass, you just die anyway. It also is kinda a dead giveaway if there's just enough tornadoes on D-scan to kill a Marauder. Meaning any sane Marauder pilot will simply do the same thing of not going inside. So I had a different idea. Brutixes. Brutixes are relatively cheap, deal incredibly high DPS, get a good buffer, and have rather low skill requirements being a Tech 1 ship. A Brutix of Tech 2 guns can deal almost 1000 DPS. That is actually quite a lot. Has a buffer of 58k EHP and a rather pathetic gun range. But since you want the Marauders to walk into us and not the other way around, it will be okay. To know if those Brutixes work, we will need to now take a look at your standard run-of-the-mill Marauder. The most common Marauder, and the easiest to well tank, is the Vargur. The most common Vargur fit used for ESS games is a triple ancillary shield booster Vargur. This gives it an insanely huge tank, as long as the cap boosters last. But the cap boosters on this thing will last quite a while because of its huge cargo hold. DPS wise, it will deal up to 2400 DPS, tank up to 12,500 EHP per second with a high grade implant pod, and if the pilot uses drugs on top of that, worst case, we are looking at an active tank of 16,000 EHP per second heated. It may not be able to use all 3 boosters at once, but even a single heated booster gives it a rather impressive tank of almost 5,000 EHP per second, and that consistently. This is quite literally almost impossible to kill, at least in a conventional fashion. The Brutix alone will not win this fight. We will need to add in a second ship. This is where the curse comes in. And it can also drain its capacitor, meaning the Vargur will run out of capacitor after some while. While it may not affect its tank, it will affect the fact that it can't use its grappler anymore and neither its shield hardener. But not only that, it will completely ruin the Vargur's tracking, essentially making its guns useless against our Brutixes the moment its grappler is gone. While it itself will basically receive no damage from the Vargur due to its incredible speed while having a tiny signature. And it can on top of that not be descanned, meaning unless the pilot of the Vargur saw the curse beforehand, he will not know that there's a curse inside. But this is only the first ace up our sleeve. The second ace up our sleeve will be a Rook, which will prevent the Marauder on grid from targeting any of our Brutixes due to ECM jamming, and it too will basically be non-killable because it will be sitting at quite a distance, while having also a tiny signature and a rather high speed. At this point, we basically have disabled the Vargur and basically turned it into a glorified cap booster hauler. This leaves us with one more issue. How do we make the Marauder take the bait? Well, too many Brutixes will make him run away, as they will be aware it will kill them. Too few will make the fight take too long, and he might have friends arrive and help. I think the golden number here would be 6 to 9 Brutixes. This is assuming good skills. But it is just enough in DPS to not scare anyone too much, but also deal enough DPS to even deal with a high grade Crystal Vargur and maybe even a second Marauder, making it an incredibly expensive kill mail if we do manage to get rid of them. So in the end, we will need for this plan 6 Brutixes, 1 Curse and 1 Rook. This may be a decent amount of ships, but it is not the biggest amount ever, and I think it won't scare too many Marauder pilots. While I normally do share fittings, I will this time only share the Brutix fitting, while keeping the Curse and Rook fitting to myself, because secrecy in this case kinda is the name of the game. And this makes me very excited. But every Theorycraft is only worth as much as it is worth in action, so the next thing we have to do is take it out. So come join me on this small fun journey. But also tell me, what do you think about the setup? Do you think it will work out and we'll get to blow up many Marauders, or do you think it will fail? I'm curious to hear your opinion. If you do have any suggestions, ideas, opinions, go tell me in the comments. Anyway, this is all from me, and I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. And if you want to, maybe even check out my Patreon. See you next time.